I lifted something very heavy that caused some damage in my lower back, the spine, some nerve damage. It was really painful. The doctor said it was just a sprain at first. So I did some physical therapy. Within a few weeks, the pain it kept magnifying. I went to the hospital and the MRIs really weren't showing too much of damage. I woke up one day and I couldn't feel my leg anymore. I had to use a walker. But once the sensation came back in my leg, if I flexed any muscles around my leg or around my waist, the pain was so much that I realized that I couldn't live with that. So I spent about 7 months hopping and dragging my body around just to kind of manage my life that way, while seeing doctors who just were telling me that I had to learn to live like that. Finally, I meet a doctor who says that he can fix me. I hop on his surgery table, and big mistake. I wake up and this doctor has done way much more work than I had expected. 2 spinal fusions, I'm missing bones now out of my spine. I'm missing whole sections of muscle out of my back. I got metal, I got screws. It's a nightmare. So the accident was in February of 2019. The first surgery was in October of 2019. By the time summertime of 2020 came, I was at my limit as far as pain and the burden I was causing to my family. If this was it, if this was the end all be all of everything, then nothing else matters. So I started meditating, like for real. And that's when I picked up Dr. Joe's work at around September. A month later, I woke up with a really bad fever and an very intense vibration throughout my whole body. All my organs felt like they were disintegrating, like they were just like sitting in like battery acid, and just a nightmare. And so at first I thought it was COVID, but it was never COVID. Now that turned out to be myalgic encephalomyelitis, just an advanced form of it. But it took a lot of detective work and a lot of patience from me to figure that out. But I kept meditating. I wanted to make it to an event. I wanted to get out of my environment and see what kind of effect that had on me. We start doing some meditations. We get out and we start doing the walking meditation. I have no expectation, but I knew that I was all in. When I stood up, my leg and my spine started spasming, but they stabilized. I realized that my leg and my body felt different. I just relaxed into the meditation. Once I started walking, take some more steps, still feels fine. Now I don't want to see my walker in front of me, so I start pushing it in front of me instead of holding on. And the more I'm pushing it, the better my body's feeling, and the more energy I start feeling. So now I know, get rid of it. Now I'm walking. I'm walking for the first time in 2.5 years. And I am in a complete state of awe. A lot more energy was in my body. And I started bouncing around with my feet, starting to feel the energy in my feet. I just started seeing something in the air, and it just looks just really odd. I don't know what it is. It's just fuzzy, but that fuzziness starts turning into really intense, bright, shimmery, squiggly lines, like a lot of snowfall, but they were falling heavy, and they were falling around me, and they were falling in the distance. And then I looked up, and they're falling just like you see snow falling. All the information from the night before of what is going on with when the brain and the heart goes into coherence during a walking meditation. So that's what I had in my head, okay, while I was walking. Having the information that Dr. Joe was teaching me here about the possibility, along while I was walking, I used the information, and while I was walking, I used my willpower. I walked 3/4 of a mile in a full stride while my body felt pure harmony, absolutely no pain. It was the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me in my life. But being here and the science that we're shown here, all the things that we learn here, in the science and the way that they explain to us what's going on biologically, what's going on chemically in the body when you're meditating, when you're going into those altered states, when you're feeling relaxed, when you're feeling love, what's really happening in your body, what's going on in your cells. It's actually transformative. You know, so having that information and my experience together makes it something whole to me. So if I had one and not the other, I'd still be kind of lost. But having the two with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work makes it very unique and special in a way that I know and have a beautiful future ahead of me.